It's pretty close.
It's another day. Children come and play with chocolate butter.
Chocolate butter.
The sun is out today. I'll say hello today to chocolate button.
Chocolate butter.
I'll teach you how to read and write. Not sure I can ride a bike. We'll go through all the letters and sounds, having lots of fun playing around. It's another day. Children come and play with chocolate butter.
Chocolate butter.
The sun is out today. I'll say hello today to chocolate butter. Chocolate butter.
2, 3. Chocolate butter. Good morning, Mr. Magpie.
Good morning, I in the garden. Bye. I like that.
Now, Leandro has been in touch to say that he has this very same book at home as we were given by Jim, and he's asked us to read one of his favourite poems from inside, and it's called, I think, Little Bo Peep and Little Boy Blue. Okay, so we're going to read that today, but I just wanted to show you the front. So it's called When We Were Very Young by A. Milne, with decorations by E.H. Shepherd. Okay, and we know that A. Milne was the person who wrote Winnie the Pooh, and it's published by Egmont. So thank you very much to them today. I've put a little marker in, look, a little bit of ribbon to show where Leandro's favourite poem is. Look at these lovely pictures. Okay, here we go. Little Bo Peep and Little Boy Blue. What have you done with your sheep, Little Bo Peep? What have you done with your sheep, Bo Peep? Little Boy Blue, what fun! I've lost them, every one. Oh, what a thing to have done, Little Bo Peep. What have you done with your sheep, Little Boy Blue? What have you done with your sheep, Boy Blue? Little Bo Peep, my sheep went off when I was asleep. I'm sorry about your sheep, Little Boy Blue. What are you going to do, Little Bo Peep? What are you going to do, Bo Peep? Little Boy Blue, you'll see, they'll all come home to tea. They wouldn't do that for me, Little Bo Peep. What are you going to do, Little Boy Blue? What are you going to do, Boy Blue? Little Bo Peep, I'll blow my horn for an hour or so. Isn't that rather slow, Little Blue Boy? Little Boy Blue, sorry. Whom are you going to marry, Little Bo Peep? Whom are you going to marry, Bo Peep? Little Boy Blue, I'd like to marry you. I think I should like it too, Little Bo Peep. Where are we going to live, Little Boy Blue? Where are we going to live, Boy Blue? Little Bo Peep, up in the hills with the sheep. And you'll love your Little Bo Peep, Little Boy Blue. I'll love you forever and ever, Little Bo Peep. I'll love you forever and ever, Bo Peep. Little Boy Blue, my dear, keep near, keep very near. I shall always be here, Little Bo Peep. Ah, isn't that a lovely poem? Thank you so much for suggesting that one, Leandro. That's really, really kind of you. I found a poem about bears, and Lucy was telling me that her sister and her brother and her used to read this poem and then would challenge each other to not step on any of the cracks in the pavement the whole time when they were walking because of this very poem. So have a listen and see what you think. Lines and squares. Whenever I walk in a London street, I'm ever so careful to watch my feet, and I keep in the squares and the masses of bears who wait at their corners all ready to eat. The sillies who tread on the lines in the street go back to their lairs, and I say to them, bears, just look how I'm walking in all of the squares. And the little bears growl to each other, he's mine, as soon as he's silly and steps on a line. And some of the bigger bears try to pretend that they came round the corner to look for a friend. And they try to pretend that nobody cares whether you walk on the lines or the squares, but only the sillies believe their talk. It's ever so important how you walk, and it's ever so jolly to call out, "Bears, just watch me walking in all of the squares." So next time you're allowed to go outside and go and walk on the pavement, see if you can walk just inside all of the squares and not on any of the cracks in the pavement. Okay, that's a challenge from this poem. It's good, isn't it? Look at all the bears. Woohoo! Choco button. Yes, I'm afraid it's actually time for us to do our phonics now. Oh my goodness, I was just reading this poem all about bears. I know you were, and it's really, really good, but unfortunately we have to stop now and we have to get on with our phonics lesson. Oh, okay then. Right, see if you guys can get ready by the time I've cleared up too. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Oh, my goodness me. Hello everyone and welcome to Chocolate Button Teaches Phonics. Let's get going on some handwriting warm-ups. So first of all, we are going to do I don't know. So we're going to lift our shoulders, lift our arms up so that they're horizontal and then bend them at the elbows. And then we're going to lift our shoulders and say, I don't know. That's it, well done. I don't know. That's it. I don't know. And down and up. I don't know. And then down and then up. I don't know. And then down and then finally up. I don't know. And down. Okay, well done. Release your shoulders, wiggle them around a bit. Whoa, there we go, fantastic. Right, the next one we are going to do is you're going to clasp your hands together and then you're going to do wrist circles. Lucy, can you show them please? Sure. So you're going to put your fingers, clasp your hands together, and then we're going to go anti-clockwise first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then back the other way, clockwise this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And shake it out. Oh my goodness me, well done. Right, the next thing we're going to do is do that task that we did before. We haven't done it for a while, where you're going to get these two fingers, your thumb and your Peter pointers, and you're going to put them one to thumb and then thumb to thumb, okay? And then you put your next finger up onto your thumb, that's it, and then your ring finger, and then your little finger. Okay, so you go ring finger, Timmy tool, Peter pointer, and then I'm backwards and backwards. Okay, well done. That's a tricky one to do, but if you get really good at it, then you can get really fast, and it's really good for your brain. It really mixes up your brain. Okay, we're going to do, speaking of brains, we're going to try and join the left side of your brain to the right side of your brain by doing some figure of eights on the side. So we're going to go, ready, whoop, that way first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll try and do it the other way around. I find it really confusing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and let's do some big hands, little hands. Ready? Big hands, little hands, big hands, little hands. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And shake it out. Oh, I think we're ready to do some handwriting. Yes, we are. Super. So starting off with some battlements today. There we go. Oops. Messed up at the end there. Sorry about that. And then some mountains. And then some forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, and forwards and backwards. And then for our number today, we're going to do the number 2. So for this one, we go forwards, and then there's a diagonal down, and then across. Okay? Around, down, and across. 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 Okay, and then with the left hand, same thing. We're going to go around, down, and across. Around, down, and across. I always think they look a bit like cygnets, which are baby swans. Or I suppose they could look like actual swans. It would be a good starting point to draw a swan, I think. Number 2. There we go. Right, let's get on to our spelling pattern. Our pattern for today is the letter P. Now, the letter P makes the sound P, and it is quite an odd one to write because instead of doing the round bit first, we actually do the descender bit first. Okay, so we're going to go with our finger first, up, down, up, and then around, and then flick. Okay, up, down, up, around, and flick. Up, down, up, around, and flick. Now the first up only goes halfway between the 2 lines, and then the down, the descender, only goes halfway underneath, but it's quite a long down because you're going half, add a half, which makes a whole, doesn't it? Okay, all the way down. So let me just show you. We're just going to have a quick remember about how to spell the word have and how to spell the word like. So, have starts with, exactly right, well done, have. A, v, and then there's that cheeky E on the end, remember? Have. H-A-V-E, have. Don't let it trick you. Okay, have. And then like was o, I. So the I is making the I sound in this word. K, with a kicking K. And then there's that cheeky E on the end as well. Okay, it's actually these two, the IE making an I sound on this one, but for now we're just going to remember how to spell it. L-I-K-E. Okay? Super. Let's move on. See if you can say the brown word before I do. Okay, let's go. Were. Be. Like. Some. Said. Help. Just. From. Children. That. He. Then. When. House. People. Well done. About. Little. She. Out. It's. Have. So. They. Do. Come. There. You. We. Me. Went. What. One. Amazing. Well done, everyone. That was really, really, really quick. I think that's the quickest we've ever done it. Nice work. Right, let's do our sounds now. Z. Ch. B. Ul. V. Or. T. R. G. K. W. A. Ng. Air. Or. Your. Or. S. J. X. P. I. W. Th. Or the. O. G. N. Sh. Ear. Ah. Ul. O. Qu. F. Z. ing, y, e or I. E, or e. E, I, I, a, a, uh, 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 oi, oi, ow, ow, o, or, ooh. I should have said ooh for this one as well, shouldn't I? Because of you. Ooh, ooh, or you. Ooh, or you. And it's this sound that I want to look at today, the sound of you. Okay? Yesterday we talked about the oo sound, and when we were reading some of the words that were on the list, we could start hearing this sound that wasn't quite right. It wasn't quite the oo sound just by itself. It had a y sound as well at the beginning of it. Do you remember? I remember too. And in fact, I was thinking about it a lot last night as I was doing brushing my teeth and things like that. So I was thinking, I don't think that some of those words truly had just a true oo sound. I think some of them have a u sound as well. So I've got this to remind us here, this word you here, and we're going to go through some of the words that we went through yesterday, and we're going to divide them into words that have a true oo sound in them. True, as in it only has oo sound, true oo sound. And then the others we're going to put into this pile because these two sounds also make a U sound. And I think that's where we were getting a bit confused yesterday, or at least that's where I was getting a bit confused yesterday, because I could hear the U and I was thinking, hang on, this isn't making just an oo sound, it's making a U sound actually. So these two graphemes here say either oo or you, don't they? Oo or you. So we're going to have a look at the words and we're going to divide them by sound, okay? Not by graphemes first of all, okay? We're going to divide them up by the way they sound, not the way they're spelled, okay? So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so here is the word, oh, it's upside down. Here's the word true, true. So that is the sound t-r-oo, true. So here it doesn't make a U sound like those ones. It just makes a true oo sound. Okay, so we're going to put true on this side. I know it's spelled with UE, it's spelled like that, but we're just thinking about the sound here. So that's got an oo sound. This one, g-r-oo, grew, is the same. Grew. There's no y sound in there at all, so that can go also there. Again, we're just thinking about the sound, how it sounds. K-l-oo, clue. Again, same as yesterday, we're just thinking of the oo sound, and in this case is making just an oo sound. So here the UE grapheme is making an oo sound. Here we go again. G-l-oo, glue. Again, the UE grapheme is making an oo sound. So we're going to put that on here. Here we have b-l-oo, blue. Again, just making an oo sound. V-e-n-oo, venu. Well, venu isn't a word, is it? But venue is a word. Venue is a word. So in this case, the UE isn't making an oo sound, it's making a U sound, just like that sound, U. Okay, so we're going to put this one on this side because it has that Y sound in it. Are you beginning to see what I mean? It's a funny, you have to listen really carefully, but I think it's worth just focusing on it just for a second because I think yesterday was a bit confusing in that sense. Here we have n-oo, new. We wouldn't say new, really, would we? Maybe if we were American, we might say, I got a new hat. New. But in English, we sort of tend to say new, don't we? So it has got that Y sound in it. New. Okay, so here the EW is making a U sound, just like that. New. Okay, so we're going to put that on this side over here. Here's another word we did yesterday. If I can pick it up, there we go. T-I-S-U. Tissue. Now, we talked about the double S, didn't we? Actually making, funnily enough, a sh sound. Unless you're very posh and you say tissue. Okay? So it's making a sh, so it's tissue is the word. So this UE grapheme at the end is just like in venue. It's making a U sound, not an oo sound. Okay? So we're not going to put it on with the oo sounds. We're going to put it over here with the U sounds. Okay? Just going to put that up there just to remind us that that side is making U sounds and this side is making purely oo sounds. Okay, here we go again. V-a-l-oo, value. Well, value isn't a word, but value is a word. Value. If you give something a value, you give it something a worth. You give it a status. Okay, so the value of something is how much it's worth. So, and it's U here. So it goes on this side. I hope I'm not confusing you, but I'm trying to make it a bit clearer because yesterday I think it was a bit confusing. Here we go again. Rescue. Rescue. Well, that's not a word, but rescue is a word, isn't it? Can you hear the difference? There's a U sound. Rescue. Okay, so that's going to go on the U side sounds. Okay, so even though they're spelled, these ones here are spelled with those graphemes, they make a clear oo sound, and these ones make a clear U sound. St-oo, stew. No, again, maybe if you're an American, you might say, oh, is there any stew left? Okay, but in English, we tend to say stew. So it's got that U sound in. I remember talking about that one yesterday. That was one of the ones that made me think, hang on a second, I think we're talking about two different sounds here. Okay, so here's stew. Here's argue. 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 I don't want to argue with you about the oo sound, but I think I'm right. Argue. Okay, so I think it's going to go over here. U, it's making that U sound. Argue, not just argue, because argue is not a word, unless you're in Sillylandia, of course. Here we go. K, U, Q. This is the type of cue that's, let's say you were an actor and you had to wait for your cue to start speaking. Or perhaps you were a film director and you might say, scene 4, Q7, go. Okay? Right. So that's that type of cue. And that's got a U sound in it. Ooh, this is a very grown-up posh word. Hue. Hue. That means kind of how deep a colour is. So you might say, ooh, the sea is a deep hue of blue. Or something like that. pew. It's got the U sound in it, so we're going to put it on that side. Oh, here's that word we did yesterday. New. New. Again, in American, they might say knew. I knew it. But in English, we say knew it. I knew it. There's that yes sound in there. Knew. So that's actually going to go in this pile. Okay? And new is, this with a K, is about knowledge, about knowing stuff. And then, because when you can spell knowledge, then it's easier to remember, because knowledge also starts with a K. So new is to do with knowledge. Here we go. Pew. Pew. Do you remember that's a seat in a church? A long wooden bench with a back in a church. Pew. P-U. It's got that U sound. So we're going to put it on this side. Look, actually, these graphemes tend to make a U sound more than they make an oo sound. That's what I'm discovering. So when I'm reading and I see UE, I'm going to try U first and then I'll try oo instead of the other way around, because there's actually loads more in the U pile. D-U, due, due, yes. So this is like, when's my homework due in? Okay, so it's about date, about a date. Some people might say, when is your baby due? If there was a pregnant lady, we might ask her when her baby was due to be born, and that's what it means, due. What's the date? And here we have few, few. Do you remember we talked yesterday about more and fewer? Okay, so we might say there are fewer police people in the parks nowadays, but there is less sand in the sand pit. Okay, there we go. Right, I think that's all of them, apart from this word here, but this one I think it makes an oo sound anyway. Do. Okay, so that's fine, that goes on this side. Okay, so if your word is spelled with a UE or an EW, I think when you're reading it, check for U sound first, and then if it doesn't make sense, then check for the oo sound. Because look, there we only found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words with these graphemes that make an oo sound. Okay, and then we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 words with the U sound. Okay, so that's something to be worth remembering. Okay, so when we do our next activity, we are going to try and remember that if it's got a U sound, it's going to be spelled with a UE or an EW. And as you can see, it's always at the end of a word as well. So you know it's going to be that. Whereas if it's an oo sound in the middle of a word, we're always going to use double O. And if it's an oo sound at the end of a word, we're likely to use either UE or EW. But we just have to remember those ones. Okay? Oh my goodness, English is complicated, isn't it? My goodness me, I wonder if your home languages are as complicated. I know that Amani's been learning Arabic. I wonder if you've been learning other languages. I think Marcel is learning to, he's written a few words in Spanish now, and he's speaking a lot more in Spanish. Are you learning any languages at home maybe, other than English? I'd love to find out. I love learning languages. Right, oh my goodness, it's that time already. We've got to do some spellings. Okay, quick, let's go. Okay, for our quick write today, we've got some more words, which have just the U sound in them, okay? And then we're also going to practice like and have, okay? So I just thought it'd be easier just to divide them up today. So we're only going to do words that have got the U sound in them, but some of them are spelled with a UE and some of them are spelled with EU. So you're going to have to try and remember which one looks best, or try our method of writing it out with one and then checking it and thinking, does that look right? Does that look right? I'm not sure. Okay, let me try the other one. Ah, yes, that looks better. Okay, that's how everyone spells. Okay, that's how everyone spells these words. They just do it by what looks right. Okay, so number 1 is the word venue. Venue. Lucy wanted to have a party to celebrate COVID-19 being over, so she was looking for a venue. Venue. V-E-N-U. V-E-N-U. 4 sounds, 5 letters. Venue. Venue. Number 2 is the word dew. Dew. Not as in the water that is on the grass in the morning. Okay, I know we learned how to spell that before, but this one is the due date for something. So like we said before, if a lady was pregnant, we might say, "Oh, when is your baby due?" And it means to be born. When's your baby due to be born? Okay, due. D-U. Due. Number 3 is the word rescue. I know we did this one yesterday, but let's see if you can remember how to spell it. R-E-S-K-U. Rescue. R-E-S-K-U. Rescue. Rescue. And number 4 is the word value. Value. V-A-L-U. Value. Value. What do you value? What do you think is important? That's a good question. What do you value? Value. Cue the next spelling, because the next spelling is Q. Ha 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 ha. Q. The next spelling is the word Q. So number 5 is the word queue. Not, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to wait in a long queue, but queue as in go, that they use when they're making films or theatre or plays or things like that. Q17, go. And number 6 is the word argue. Oh no, it isn't. Oh yes, it is. Oh no, it isn't. Oh yes, it is. Are you arguing with me, chocolate button? Yes, because the word is argue. Argue, that's it. R-G-U. Argue. Argue. So 3 sounds, but actually 5 letters. Argue. And number 7 is the word have. Have. Can you remember how to spell the word have? I know we did it a while ago, but I had a little refresher earlier today, and then yesterday as well, I think we did it. Have. And the next one is the word like. Like. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club. Like. Like. Number 8 is the word like. And then we're going to move back onto our U sounds. So number, whatever we're on, is it number 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, number 9 is the word few. Few. I'd like a few apples, please. Not too many, just a few apples, please. I'd like a few rainbow donuts from Ruby's sweet shop. My goodness, for sure. Yummy, they look great. So do the cloud cupcakes. They also sound really good. Few. And the next one is the word new. Now, this type of new is the new t-shirt type of new. Okay? The new t-shirt type of new, not I knew it, but I'd like a new t-shirt, please, Mummy. New. And number 11 is the word tissue. Tissue. Remember about the posh way of saying this? Tissue. Tissue. Okay? T-I-s-s-u. Okay? T-I-s-s-u. So 6 letters with 1, 2, 3, 4 sounds. Okay, and the final one, number 12, is the word new. And this time it is the I knew it. I knew the answer to that one, Lucy. Oh, for goodness sake, give me a harder question, please. New. I knew it. New. With that funny old beginning to that word. See if you can remember how to spell that one. Brilliant. Okay, everyone, let's find out how we did. Woohoo! Yeah! Sorry about that. I think I got all my numbers mixed up again. Dear me, I am sorry. I'm not very good at this spelling lark, am I? I do beg your pardon. I hope that you have found the answers that you need, even if they're not in the right order or there are more than I thought there were. So I beg your pardon. Okay, and let's move on to our final job for today, which is writing a sentence. Fantastic. Okay, let's go. Woo! Okay, our final job today is to write a sentence. Now, I am going to dictate it to you or read it to you, and then you are going to write it down, and then I'll have a go, and then we can compare notes and see if we've done it right. Okay? I might need your help when I write this one because I think it's going to be pretty tricky. So it starts off with, the whole sentence is, Sue argues with you that her balloon is not green but blue. Sounds a bit like a poem, doesn't it? Sue argues with you that her balloon is not green but blue. Okay, so the first bit, Sue. So you're going to write the word Sue. See if you can remember from yesterday whether it's the UE or double O. Remember it's at the end of the word or if it's EWE. Okay, Sue. And then the next word is argues. Argues. Sue argues. Sue argues with. With. Sue argues with you. Sue argues with you that Sue argues with you that her Sue argues with you that her balloon Sue argues with you that her balloon is not Sue argues with you that her balloon is not green, but blue. Sue argues with you that her balloon is not green, but blue. Okay, have you got all of those words? One more time? Sure. Sue argues with you that her balloon is not green, but blue. Okay, let's count how many words there are and see if you've got the same number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my goodness, 12 words. You count and see if you've got 12 words in your sentence, and just check that you've remembered to do a capital letter at the beginning and a full stop at the end. And then, Lucy, can you please help us to write the sentence out and see how we've got on? Sure, okay. I tell you what, chocolate button, yes. While we're writing the sentence, why don't the children underline the oo sound or the u sound whenever they find it? Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Okay, yeah, so you underline the oo sound and the u sound in your sentences, and we'll have a go at writing it, and then we'll compare notes. Okay? Right. How did it start? Sue. Capital letter, Lucy. Oh yes, sorry. It's the beginning of a sentence, and it's her name, so it needs capital letter anyway. Sue. That's it. This is the one with the U-E sound. Sue. Finger space. Okay, thank you. R. We know is spelled A-R. G. R. G. U. It's this U sound. Argues. Sue argues with w, I, th, with you. Y-O-U spells you. Don't let it trick you. Okay. Sue argues with you. Oh, we forgot to underline you there and oo there. Okay, Sue. So that's the oo sound, isn't it? S-oo. Sue argues. There's the u sound with you. So it's making just an oo sound on there because the y is making the y, the bit of the u. Sue argues with you that T-H-A-T, that her, oh, didn't have very much space there, sorry, that her balloon, oh my goodness, I wonder if you can hear that. That's an ambulance helicopter going over. Oh my goodness, I hope whoever needs it is okay. My goodness. Where were we? Sorry. Sue argues that Sue argues with you that her balloon, that's what we were doing. Look, it's ball, that's how you spell ball, and then oon on the end. Oon, and there's the oo sound. Balloon. Sue argues with you that her balloon is not green, but we got to have a comma there really, but blue. Underline that and full stop, Lucy. Oh yes, thank you. There we go. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 either oo or you sounds in that sentence. Have a look at it and see how you got on. Did you spell everything correctly? Did you remember all your finger spaces and your full stops and capital letters? Have a look. You did remember? Oh my goodness, well done everyone. Don't worry if you forgot something because there was a lot to remember there. Wow. We are getting so good at writing sentences. Oh my goodness, wow. Right, I think that is the end of our session today. Thank you for doing the oo and you sounds because they are quite tricky and it is quite tricky to hear, but I think it was worthwhile just going over it again today just to make sure that we twigged that those two sounds, those two graphemes do make different sounds as well. So they make an oo sound, but they also make a U sound. Worth remembering, okay? Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow for some more Chocolate Button Teaches Phonics. Woohoo! Oh yeah, chocolate button, oh yeah.